Broadcasting live. It's America's longest running talk show on computers. It's Computer America, bringing you the biggest names in technology with guest interviews, new products, and your emails. Listen live at computeramerica.com on any device around the world. Email the show at live@computeramerica.com or find us on social media. Be sure to check out our website for contests, giveaways, show notes, live video stream, podcasts, and more. You're listening to Computer America.
Hello and welcome everyone into the Computer America Show. We have a special segment here today where we are interviewing as many companies as we can for CES 2022, and we're really happy to have this one in particular. It's going to be all about kind of tracking either for animals, pets, or for businesses. There's so many applications for making sure that things stay put or things are kind of where you can find them. And this has so many applications for, the home, the business, and everything in between. Really looking forward to this. So joining us on the program today is a company called Invoxia. If you haven't heard of them, then this is the perfect show for you. We're going to get a quick introduction about what they do and how they do it. And joining us here today is Amélie Caudron. She is, she's of course with the company, here to tell us all about it. So Amélie, welcome on to Computer America. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm great. How about you?
I'm doing well. This is a very different kind of CES. Is this your first one by chance?
No, I think it was my fourth one, and I'm actually staying in Paris. I'm the CEO at the company, and the team is in Vegas.
Well,
so I'm covering the interviews in remote.
Perfect. Well, thank you for joining us so late then. I know that there's a time shift there, but the CES has been different, but it's been really great to connect with a lot of companies. Why don't we go ahead and get a bit of background on Invoxia? What, what is it that you have done in the past and what brings you to CES this year?
Sure. So Invoxia is a Paris, France-based startup that operates in the space of hardware and artificial intelligence. We have developed a full range of GPS trackers to protect anything that can get lost or get stolen, meaning vehicles, but also in 2018, we released the first pet tracker that had both GPS and activity recognition embedded directly into the product with deep learning. And so today we have 15 patents. We develop everything internally, and I think we've had about 8 CES Innovation Awards throughout the years. So it's not our first show, but it's a great one for us.
Congratulations on those Innovations Awards. I know that they definitely bring a lot of attention to innovative products, and I think that some of the best innovation that happens is when you take a technology that you've been working on and putting it into a new application, and in this case, pets. So I have to ask you, looking through your website, we've seen things like moped tracking. We saw kind of personal safety for kids going to school and the elderly. Why why pets? Why was that kind of the next segment for you?
So good question. The first tracker that we released was actually for anti-theft of vehicles, but then there was a lot of demand from the market to address pets, so cats and dogs, especially cats that can roam freely, or dogs. You have some dog breeds that are very prone to running away. And so we had, at the time in 2018, we had miniaturized the technology to have like a small tracker that was only weighing 15 grams and that you could put on the dog and cat collars. We are basically building on everything that we've done with GPS and everything that we've done with pet activity recognition, with tens of millions of days of canine activity that we've analyzed since 2018. Mm-hmm. To launch this product and go one step further into pet preventive health.
Well, I was just going to say that we're going to get into the biometric health here as well, because this is not just a GPS. This is an all-around kind of health and wellness collar as well, which really, I don't have it up here. Let's see if you're watching the video portion right about there. We have a dog cam that we sometimes put up. That's our dog, and we definitely like to not just keep track, but make sure that they're happy and healthy and all that good stuff. I have to say real quick though that going from an anti-theft GPS device to something for a dog that can go outside, get wet, it can get banged up, for whatever reason. I don't think you can put this thing inside the dog. It looks pretty substantial.
No.
So what challenges did you kind of have to overcome to make it, small enough to wear, sturdy enough to stand up to everyday life? How did that innovation go?
So the important thing here is that we develop everything internally. So we have a team of 50 people, and we have the mechanical engineers, the electronics engineers, the software engineers, everything internally. So that makes it, of course, possible to really control the integration of those cutting edge sensors that we've added into this product, and to integrate them in the best possible way for a dog to wear. Of course, then by choosing the kind of fabric, you have a lot of constraints, and we know that the fabric, you can remove it and you can wash it and you can change it, and that was, of course, one of the important constraints too.
And so you finally did it. You're showing it off this year at CES, and I wanted you to now get into, it's one thing to locate your pets, which has traditionally been something that GPS tags and Bluetooth tags and stuff like that can do very well, but you took it a step further to do, reading my notes here, respiratory, heart vitals, any kind of anomalies that maybe the, in behavior that maybe the pet's vet should be aware of. I mean, what kind of stats or data do you track about pets, and how is that useful?
Yeah, so the idea here was really to go deep into the health of the dog. So this is the first biometric dog collar with this respiratory and the cardiac health monitoring. It's quite important because dogs have the same kind of heart issues as humans. And the pet parents might not know that, they might not be aware of it, but it's between 1 out of 5 dogs and 1 out of 10 dogs. So we're talking about more than 10 million dogs in the US only that have a heart condition, and any aging dog can experience it. And of course, the difficulty is that the dog cannot communicate. So it's the pet parent that needs to be very, very attentive and very aware of what can happen. And today there is simply no tool to allow them to monitor that their pet is going well. So often those conditions, they will be diagnosed when it's too late. And then the pet parent, if the dog recovers, need to monitor very closely the respiratory rate, to check that the pet will not fall ill again. So we've developed this. This is a patented technology that we're having. It's a cutting edge radar sensor mixed with some algorithm that has some deep learning in it. This is patented, and we've developed it with board certified veterinarian cardiologists in the US, because we don't have the veterinarian expertise inside the company. And so it has three different things all integrated in one. The idea was to reinvent the dog collar and to have something that replaces. So it's nice. It comes in different colors, etc. The first thing is this respiratory and cardiac health monitoring with this radar. So the idea is to help move towards more prevention and not wait until the animal is too sick. The second thing is this activity monitoring that we've been working on since 2018 on a lot of data. And this is important, of course, to have a 360-degree view of the pet's well-being and health. Because if the dog starts having less exercise or losing appetite, it might show that it's losing its vitality in a way. And this can be linked also to heart conditions. And the last thing was GPS tracking, and this is a feature that's very much in demand by pet parents. And so it was the idea was really to have a all-in-one, all-included dog collar.
And the way that you have wrapped it up into a nice little package, anyone watching the video portion, you can see, kind of what this is going to look like. It looks like a, kind of a very slick, clean dog collar, wouldn't be intrusive. It's not like there's some kind of tag or something hanging off of the collar. Talk real quick about this algorithm that you kind of mentioned, because it's one thing to track all that data, but I don't think that, people who own pets, they want to sit down at the end of the day and go, okay, let me review all of this data at the end of the day. You kind of take care of that for them. You kind of show, if there's areas of concern or not, right?
Exactly. So everything can be monitored in the companion app that we've developed also internally. And the idea is to really simplify the monitoring, to show some simple graphs and to alert when we think that there is an anomaly compared to the animal baseline, compared to the species, compared to the animal history of behavior, etc. So it will all be done through the app, but it's not a lot of, the idea is not that you need to go to the vet and show all the data to have interpretation. Mm-hmm. We want to be able to accompany the pet parent and to be really an important link in the pet health ecosystem. So we can redirect the pet parent towards the right kind of service or the right kind of care, depending on what we are able to learn from the animal behavior.
Right. And this is something that I actually experienced in my own life where, my girlfriend's cats, she often looks at them almost day to day and think, he's not moving enough. He's not eating enough. He's not, kind of getting enough exercise. And it's kind of a guessing game at the moment where, if you think something's wrong, who really knows? But I guess especially with cats and smaller dogs, knowing early and seeing these trends faster can lead to a better diagnosis and, health of the pet, like you said. Okay, so we're about to wrap this up. Let's talk real quick about the launch date. You have summer 2022. Do you think you're still going to hit that? Yeah. Is that the plan?
Yeah, it's the plan. Of course, it's the plan. So we're still wrapping up. We of course, it's a complex product. We need to go to finish the industrialization phase and the radio certifications, etc., and prepare the go-to-market. It will launch in the US in the summer 2022.
In December 2022. It's definitely something that
in the summer.
In the summer, not December. I'm sorry, I actually misheard that. Summer, and we'll definitely be keeping an eye out for that. Everyone, if you want to find out more, I'm going to recommend Invoxia, Invoxia.com. We'll have a link over in the show notes, and of course, over on our website, we'll have a link directly to this. So, Computer America, you can remember that as well. Amélie, I want to thank you so much for coming on. Like I said, I know that you're staying up late to do this. This has been a weird CES, but you came on the show, you did great, and I think you really explained that well. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting us.
Our pleasure. So everyone, we're going to go ahead and end this interview here. And again, thank you to Invoxia for joining us. Everyone, thank you for tuning in. Have a good one. Bye-bye.